There aren't many films that I would like to see be remade, especially films from foreign markets. While there is the occasional hit, this trend has often led to more misses rather than hits, and it's a trend that doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. But if there was one film to be adapted to American culture, I feel Takashi Miike's Audition would make for a fascinating choice. Given the current controversial state of Hollywood, Audition is an interesting choice, not only for its subject material, but also its use of the male gaze. In Lauren Mulvey's visual pleasure and narrative cinema, she tackles three specific themes that Audition utilizes perfectly. 1. The castration of the woman. 2. Cinematic voyeurism. And 3. The female character is an object rather than a person. By these three elements, Mulvey explains that women in most cinema take a more passive stance, submissive to their male counterparts. The male takes the form of the driving force of the plot, and our woman begins to disappear. Because of this, their character is stripped away from them and morphed to a passive and submissive object of desire. One person who is lacking in any goals and ambition outside of serving a man and being an object of desire. This is only perpetuated further with the film form, often allowing the audience to take a voyeuristic view of the character. Form puts the audience in a seat and forces them to gaze on this character in the objectified intended view. Even when we see her in her private moments, she can be objectified and enjoyed by the viewers of the film. Takashi Miike's Audition is not only knowledgeable of this, but also takes advantage of it. Audition's rising action is through objectifying women, as our lead holds auditions for his ideal woman. Whether his actions are malicious or not, his actions are all for finding the perfect woman for him. And the one audition that he sets his sights on is the meek and quiet one. She is beautiful and also meets the various other requirements established by our lead early in the film. After the auditions, she disappears from the film, and we are left with the lead as his fascination grows and ours with him. Anytime we have seen her, we have voyeuristically taken her in as she has put up a front for our male characters, presenting this ideal woman that is deemed attractive by most film standards. It's the same voyeurism and mindset that we quickly regret as we finally get a glimpse into Asami's private moments. What would have been a typical scene for pleasure has now frightened the audience, and this is the genius of Audition. Taking these conventions of women in film, Audition flips it on us in the most sinister way. As Asami has lured us in, we have fallen into her trap, and now the audience must use its voyeuristic position to witness the horrors that take place. Asami herself, in torturing her victims, does so in a way that it seems in spite of the norms Mulvey mentions. All of her victims are tortured and mutilated in a way that they must later depend on her. The role of the active male and passive female has been flipped as a result of her action, hence the significance of her cutting off the feet of Iona. This even goes as far as to killing the one man that will not submit to her ways, as the most extreme form of character castration. Her presence as a desirable object even comes back to haunt Iona, as the result of the needles looks similar to that of a sexual position, for example. Flipping the objectification in disturbing cinema isn't necessarily a new thing, but none have gone to the lengths that Audition had. Where the films have used their characters for cautionary tales against misogyny, Audition tackles the film form and industry itself, highlighting not only how the industry abuses women and the public's perception, but also breaking down how the film form does this as well. It's because of this that the film has stood the test of time, and with the innovations of media and how we take in entertainment, an American remake would be fascinating, whether successful as a horror film or not.